Good evening everyone and welcome to our Forbidden Door pay-per-view. And here we go then, our opening match of the evening is for the SWE Cruiserweight Championship, one of Will Ospreay's two current belts he holds. And if you know me well, you know that I dislike double champions, but we've thrown a lot of Will Ospreay and he's defended it every single time. I mean, his most recent Cruiserweight Championship defense was back at Slammiversary, where he won an 8-man elimination match to retain it against some of the best Cruiserweights in TNA's history, which is mad when you think about it. But this is also going to be a very, very difficult defense for him. We have got three men who have qualified to be here. First of all, Jushin from the Liger defeated the original Tiger Mask, Satoru Sayama, Ultimo Dragon and Prince Devitt / Finn Balor in the New Japan Cruiserweight qualifier. Sammy Guevara surprisingly picked Rey Fenix, Pac and Ricochet to win the AEW Cruiserweight qualifier, where Místico defeated Mascara Dorada, Dragon Lee and Titan to come out as the CMLL Cruiserweight qualifier as well. I do think the Sammy Guevara one was very surprising for me, but that's the way the cookie crumbles on this game. Because also, if you look at it in the ranking system, I mean, Místico currently +5 after 9 matches, doing pretty damn well. You've got Jushin Liger, who is currently +9 after 12 matches. You've got Will Ospreay, who's joint second in the rankings on +24 after 42 matches. And then you have Sammy Guevara, who is currently in 988th position on -3 after 14 appearances. And that's after him gaining 2 points this year. So Guevara definitely is the underdog for this one, in my opinion. But as we said, the game is absolutely crazy and does whatever the game wants to do. Dropkick in the back of the head there by Místico. Ospreay now with a clubbing blow into the back and nice backdrop. I've not seen that one before. Hooking the arm through the legs. What you do there is you tense up the muscles in the back and it hurts more when you drop somebody on them. Liger now working over. I mean, for me, I would like either Místico or Liger to win this match. And the reason behind that is because I know we're going into When Worlds Collide next. And I know I can get away with using both Místico and Jushin Liger. No matter how slim the actual rights are to be part of that. I mean, Místico worked for AAA for about 18 months after leaving WWE before returning back to CMLL. Obviously, Jushin Thunder Liger did work for NXT for one night when he faced off against Tyler Breeze at TakeOver a few years back. Also, we saw Liger work quite a bit here and there for WCW in the olden days as well, so I can get away with both of those. I don't think Sammy Guevara has ever been anywhere near. You could never tell, because there's an opportunity that maybe Sammy Guevara was signed with NXT for a short period of time and never made it onto television. Nope. Sammy Guevara has never been anywhere near. He graduated Booker T's wrestling school, worked a bit for NWA. Sammy Guevara worked some AAA matches in his early career. Well, there you go. Sammy Guevara would count then, technically. And I suppose Will Ospreay, I bet, may have worked. Did he? Let's have a gander. Can we squeeze Will Ospreay out of it? Let's have a look at find. Will Ospreay. No, he did not. So Will Ospreay is the only one of these people that has never worked any AAA in his career. And Ospreay, of course, never worked WWE or NXT either. So if anybody but Ospreay wins this, I mean, if Ospreay does win this, he will be defending his championship at the didgeridoo anyway, at Forbidden, not Forbidden Door, what's the other one? When Worlds Collide. He'll defend it when Worlds Collide anyway, because you can't have a AAA pay-per-view with the likes of Rey Mysterio, even Dominic Mysterio, Dragon Lee, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera. You can't have all those guys involved. Oh my god, that was a powerbomb and a half. Ospreay's neck hit the barricade. That was brutal. Yeah, you can't have all those fantastic luchadors involved in a 2-week pay-per-view and not end up defending the Cruiserweight Championship. That would just be nuts. Nice double axe handle there by Liger as Místico now has a hold of Liger. In with a Mexican Destroyer. There's the pin. We do have the new Liger now that I've actually gone through my rise and unlocked some of the annoying people. Referee can't figure out how to do a pinfall for some reason. Guevara now, though, pinning Ospreay. Only a 2 count. Místico now tornado into the armbar. Roll through. And Guevara's doing incredibly well here, which is just surprising because it's just not what I expected. I mean, I didn't expect Guevara even to get this far into the match, let alone I didn't think he was going to win the qualifier, but here he is. Guevara sending Místico right into the ring steps, and a running dropkick takes down Jushin Liger, who tripped over the fallen Místico, and Guevara took full advantage of the situation. Guevara now sending Ospreay straight into the ring post. Místico now, Fisherman's, nope. Guevara rolls him through. Referee sprints across to get into position. It's just too long. There's no way he was going to get there, was it? There's no way. Ospreay now back in the ring. Comes up behind Místico. Didn't see it coming. Dragon suplex. And now Ospreay willing Místico back up to his feet. Guevara came up behind Ospreay. I think the sort of scared him a little bit. Guevara now, though. Oh, he's missed it. Místico catching Guevara after Guevara dropped face first. Throwing him straight to the outside. Jushin Thunder Liger now with a pin attempt on Ospreay. Místico up on top. And look at that. Great jump in Hurricanrana from the top rope to the outside. Beautiful maneuver. There was a brainbuster there by Liger. Drops into the pin on Ospreay. Oh my god, referee. Oh, referee. Oh my god, the referee's hand is now absolutely impaled by slapping Janice. Liger throwing Místico back into the ring. I mean, if Ospreay comes out on top of this one, this will be insane. I mean, this is one of 3 championship matches tonight. Don't forget, we've still got the Women's Championship on the line, where Giulia will defend against Io Skye. We also have the SWE Championship on the line as well, as Aleister Black or Malachi Black will defend against Bryan Danielson. Nice roll up there by Místico. Only a 1 count, if that. Running crossbody there by Will Ospreay. And Místico spins around on Guevara into that cross armbar. Not enough to get the submission. Pin by Ospreay on Liger. Not enough. There's a Mexican Destroyer once again by Místico on Guevara. There's the pin. Will it be enough? No, it's not. Still no eliminations in this match. All 4 going strong. Well, strong is a strong word, but... Místico had the guitar there, but Ospreay comes around now with the kendo stick, breaking up the pin, which is interesting. And they're taking Guevara down between the eyes with the kendo stick. Wow. Tried throwing it at Místico. It hit the ring post instead. And now Místico, round he goes on Ospreay, wrenching back at the arm. Ospreay's out. Ospreay is gone. We have got a brand new champion coming. It's Místico, who eliminates the main man Wow, Will Ospreay is finally dropping the Cruiserweight Championship, and who to? Místico then moves up to a +6 in the rankings. Will Ospreay, with that loss, moves down to a +23. We're going to get a brand new Cruiserweight champion here. And you watch it end up being Sammy Guevara. I mean, if it is Sammy Guevara, then good luck to him. But it's just, it's not who I expected it to be as he throws the trash can lid right into the face of Jushin Liger. Sammy Guevara now with Janice swinging it at Místico. Místico straight into the ring steps. So all three of these guys have all worked AAA. I know Jushin Thunder Liger hasn't worked AAA, has he? But he did work NXT, so he does count for our pay-per-view. He may have worked AAA at some point, who knows? And professional wrestling career. No, he's not worked AAA, okay. But he did work WWF a couple of times. In 1990, 2015, and 2021. He worked WCW a few times between 91 and 99. He worked Ring of Honor as well, TNA. Oh, easy then. We'll be able to easily squeeze old Liger in. Easy squeezy. As Guevara working over Místico, booting the head, another one. And a big step up in Seguri there by Místico. Stamping on the knees of Guevara. And now sending Jushin Liger tripping over the referee into the ring steps. Guevara back up. Oh, the head scissors straight into the ring post. Místico. Oh, Guevara trips. It's mad to me we're going to have a brand new Cruiserweight champion. Ospreay's been that champion for so long. The Poison Rana on the outside by Místico. There's the pin for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Místico eliminates Jushin Thunder Liger, and then there were 2. And there's the spinning armbar. If Guevara taps, Místico's going to get a clean sweep here. He doesn't yet. Jushin Thunder Liger with that loss then moves down to a +8 after 13. And Místico then with another elimination this match moves up to a +7. Which is +7 after 3 matches. Had a fantastic year this year. He's been really, really dominant. He's won a triple threat, of course. Won the elimination match to get to here, and now 2 eliminations in this one as well. It's him versus Sammy Guevara for the chance to move into, obviously, our next pay-per-view when Worlds collide as well. You're guaranteeing yourself more TV time here. Místico now standing on the arm of Guevara. Clever maneuver. We know, obviously, that Místico likes to utilize that tornado armbar submission hold. Místico crashing Guevara straight into the ring steps. Oh, Guevara the boot right into the head of Místico, who dives out of the way. Guevara catches him if Sammy Guevara wins the Cruiserweight Championship. Oh my god. Nice. Mechanoko driver hooks the legs. In with a pin. It's only a 2 count. Guevara now. Big drop kick right into the side. And now Guevara willing Místico back up to his feet. On the shoulders. In with a GTS. He's going to be the Cruiserweight champion, isn't he? There's the pin for the 1, the 2. Oh! Místico kicks out on the brink of 3. Into the head scissors takedown. Taking down Guevara. Guevara takes Místico up on the shoulders once again. In with a Samoan drop. Guevara now, what's he lining up here on Místico? The Mexican Destroyer. Oh, the Spanish God pins the Mexican legend. Referee's count there was mega slow. It's almost like I paid him. Guevara now stalking the grounded Místico. Up on the shoulders. No, Místico fights back. Guevara rolls him through. Místico dives out of the way. Guevara once again. Up he goes. Oh, into the X-Plex. Standing shooting star. There's the pin. For the 1. The 2. No, it's only a 2. Oh, my word. Both these guys showing great agility, able to dodge a lot of what the other one's doing. Again, you see Guevara dodging them with a kick. Up on the shoulders. In with the GTS. It's going to happen, isn't it? It's going to frickin' happen. For the 1, for the 2, and for the 3. Sammy Guevara is the champion. Oh, my God. Místico drops back down to a +6 and still comes out on this match on top of where he was. But Sammy Guevara, who's had a terrible time before this year, has turned things around. He started this year on -5. He has now become your Cruiserweight champion and moved up to a -1. Which still isn't great, don't be wrong. -1 is not great at all. But it's fantastic for him to now be the champion and guarantee himself some TV time at our next pay-per-view, of course, which will be when Worlds Collide. I'm just shocked, to be honest with you. Out of anybody who could have gone on to win this one, it is the man I least expected. But there we go. Sammy Guevara. Insert note. 1 in a 4-way at Forbidden Door. Let me capitalise Forbidden. Forbidden Door. Versus Liger, Místico, and Ospreay. I mean, how has he done this? When you think about the matches he's been involved in, my word. He defeated Ricochet, Pac, and Rey Fenix, and then he's gone on to defeat Jushin Thunder Liger, Místico, and Will Ospreay. How on earth has Sammy Guevara done this? I don't know, but he travels on as our new SWE Cruiserweight champion. My bloody actors, yeah. Actors on a postcard, please. And we're taking bets on whether he's going to successfully defend this championship at When Worlds Collide. I'm thinking maybe we do like a tournament across When Worlds Collide. Because we keep doing multi-person matches for the Cruiserweight Championship. And I feel like we need to give him an opportunity to prove himself one-on-one. But we'll see how things go. And here we go then, the Cosmic Angels, Tam Nakano and Mina Shirakawa, Giulia, Hart and Skye Blue. We've got Olympia and Hera from CMLL. And we have got MIT from Ring of Honor, Athena and Billie Starks. Right, here we go. Women's Elimination Tag Team action. Of course, the winning team from this match will gain 4 points in the women's division, women's tag team division, that is. Of course, 1 point for the win and 3 bonus points for defeating multiple opponents at once. So this is a huge match that would really throw the winning team possibly into the Women's Tag Team Championship picture. So representing Stardom then, we have got Mina Shirakawa and Tam Nakano. And yes, Tam Nakano is the daughter of the legendary wrestler Bull Nakano. And a fantastic wrestler on her own accord as well, by all accounts. We've got Giulia, Hart and Skye Blue representing AEW. Representing CMLL, we have got Olympia and Hera. Olympia is the one with the hair down, and Hera is the one with the hair up. And then representing Ring of Honor, yeah, we've got Athena and Billie Starks of MIT. It'd be interesting to see who wins this one. I mean, I'm not sure who I would push for. I don't think Olympia and Hera are that... I mean, they are sisters in real life, don't get me wrong. But I feel like they're not well known for wrestling together. They have in the past. They don't really have a tag team name. They're both the daughters of the well-known luchador Valiente. Yeah, they don't often... they did participate in a women's tag team championship tournament recently, but yeah, they don't really have a tag team name. I know Sky Blue and Giulia Hart now are going as Triangle of Madness with Tekla, but without Tekla here, it seemed a bit weird to call them Triangle of Madness. They're more of like a Rectangle of Madness at this point. No, Rectangle have 4 sides, wouldn't they? They're just a Line of Madness at this point. And it is elimination, so both members of the team have to be pinned and submitted to be fully eliminated. So effectively, you could be the first one eliminated and still go on to win the match if your tag team partner can carry you. Mina Shirakawa has wrestled for many tag teams for us so far. She's had like 1 match for several different tag teams, I believe. Cosmic Angels. So Cosmic Angels have wrestled for us before. They have had 4 matches overall. And they're currently sat on 0 overall. Mina Shirakawa and Blake Monroe, or I've forgotten her other name now, Mariah May, wrestled as Rose Gold this year and was on the losing side. Oh, that's it at the moment. Just those 2 she's on here with. We could use her as part of a tag team with Toni Storm at some point as well. And this is just an absolute cluster going on at the moment, though, isn't it, really? It's difficult to tell what's going on. Giulia Hart and Sky Blue also on 0 after 2 matches. Both this year, 1 win, 1 loss. I think Athena and Billie Starks have wrestled together as a tag team as well. Athena... they've wrestled twice together as a tag team and lost in both of those matches at the moment. So they're -2 as a tag team. And Olympia and Hera, this is their debut in our Universe mode as a tag team. I think we have used them before as part of the singles roster because I think they were both part of... Nope, I'll take it back. Maybe we haven't used them. Oh, we have used them. I just haven't... No, we haven't used them. Did we not use them as part of the Forbidden Door Gauntlet? I thought we did. Unless I have not updated the rankings of that. Yes, we did. Yep, I've got them here. I just haven't updated the rankings yet. And Olympia actually got a couple of eliminations, including Candice Michelle. No, so it wasn't part of the All-In Casino Gauntlet match. They actually debuted as part of our debut Fresh Meat match last week. I just haven't updated the rankings yet. That's what I haven't done. I'm there. I know what I'm doing, just about. So no eliminations as of yet, but the eliminations don't necessarily matter at this point in time. It's all about who gets the final elimination, really. Unlike singles matches, you don't get individual points for the eliminations, just because it gets a bit confusing. You just get the bonus points for being the winner. Nice. Tombstone pile driver. I mean, this really could go either way. None of these guys are necessarily the favourite at this point in time. Olympia inside the ring now with Billie Starks. There's a pin attempt here, which is Giulia Hart pinning what looks to be Tam Nakano, who cost me money, Tam Nakano, this core. Because it is the one really good Tam Nakano core on the Community Creations, but it involves a haircut from... Oh, lovely. It involves a haircut from the island, so I had to put money in the game because I can't be asked to play the island. I put money in the game just to unlock it. Olympia now. Nice takedown on Billie Starks. So what that means is we'll have to get more use out of Tam Nakano as we move forward, because I'm not just paying for one-off use. Mexican Destroyer there on the outside by Sky Blue on Mina Shirakawa. Remember, this is also Falls Count Anywhere as well. Sky Blue with the boot right into the gut of Hera. Brings her back up to a standing base. Nice roll through there by Olympia on Billie Starks. Still no eliminations in this match. Olympia now sending Billie Starks off. Billie Starks fighting back. Lovely roll through by Olympia. Interesting pair, these two. Never look at them in real life. How good are the cores? I think the cores are pretty good. They do have very different attires than the one I've got here in front of me, I must be honest. But I mean, they must have used this attire at some point. I'm not seeing this attire, but I'm sure the person who made it is a pretty good core creator, so I'm sure... let's just see CMLL. So I'm sure this is a decent core. I've got no idea what Olympia looks like in real life, so who knows. That's Lord Tensai there. Forgot that he existed. So still no eliminations as of yet in this match. Shirakawa with a big double axe handle to the outside. Giulia Hart now dragging Mina Shirakawa. Shirakawa fighting back with the elbows. There's stuff going on everywhere, but no eliminations as of yet. I'm sure we'll get an influx pretty soon. That's generally what happens in these sort of matches. Mina Shirakawa taking up Giulia Hart into the power slam. Shirakawa now, oh, nice big DDT, dropping her face first. Sky Blue chopping away at the ankles of Billie Starks. Drop kick on the knee there by Athena on Hera. Both rocking the names of Greek goddesses. Tam Nakano, that's Mina Shirakawa, that is. Athena broke up the pin. Olympia now taking Mina Shirakawa up. Shirakawa fighting back with the tornado DDT. As the chops and the strikes are now in with a tornado head scissors by Mina Shirakawa on Athena, who of course recently wrestled at Ring of Honor this weekend. There's the takedown there by Mina Shirakawa. Referee running around for the pin. And there it is, the first one's gone. Mina Shirakawa eliminates Olympia. And one half of the CMLL women's tag team have gone. Sky Blue with the code blue on Tam Nakano. There's the pin. Referee can't see the shoulders, but he's going for the count anyway. No, it's only a 2 count. I say he, I mean she. Shirakawa now going after Hera. Olympia's stuck on the ring steps, which is always fun. Another pin attempt on the far side. And Tam Nakano is gone from Sky Blue. One half of the Stardom team is gone as well. And look at that running round the side by Athena. Absolutely flattens Mina Shirakawa. And now all of a sudden then, the AEW Ring of Honor tag teams have a massive advantage. Giulia Hart now with the arm breaker on Billie Starks. Rocking Billie with the Russian leg sweep as well on the outside. Hera fighting back, spearing forearm. And there goes Mina Shirakawa. Stardom's team, Cosmic Angels, are out. Wow, okay. Surprising me that. I thought the Cosmic Angels would do better here today. They are a pretty strong team, in my opinion. But that is their first loss of the year. Puts them down to a -1 overall. Hera now looking to take up Sky Blue. Giulia Hart fighting back. And then there were 5 in this match then. 2 AEWs, Giulia Hart and Sky Blue. 2 for Ring of Honor in Athena and Billie Starks. And 1 representing CMLL in the shape of Hera. Which one of these teams will go on to pick up the victory? It's going to be very, very difficult for Hera at this point. I mean, Sky Blue and Giulia Hart are the ones that would take the biggest burst from this because they're currently on 0 overall. A win here will put them up to a +4, which will put them 3rd in the women's rankings. And there goes Hera. We're down to 2-on-2. We are down to 2-on-2 now in this situation. Athena and Billie Starkz versus Giulia, Hart and Skye Blue. Ring of Honor versus the other one. AEW, that's the one. Billie Starkz goes straight into the ring post. I mean, for the singles division, I would really like to see Athena win because I feel like Athena is a very good wrestler who is a bit underrated at this point in time. But, yeah. Nice Twisted Bliss there by Giulia Hart on Athena. This could be the elimination. If it is, it's going to be huge. There's the pin. And there it is. Athena is gone. It's 2-on-1. Giulia Hart and Skye Blue up against Billie Starkz now. And it feels like a matter of time. Let's do then Olympia and Hera. Are gone. That puts them down to a -1 overall. Skye Blue accidentally drop-kicking Giulia Hart. Now gets around the back. Oh, Billie Starkz in with a backstabber as well. Skye Blue now raking away at the eyes. Giulia Hart now on top. Twisted Bliss again. Missed. Billie Starkz with a neck breaker on Giulia Hart. I mean, there's no way that Giulia and Skye Blue can lose this one at this point, surely. It's 2-on-1. Oh, the kendo stick caught her in the eye. It's these bloody ring steps are in the way. They need to sort that out because the amount of stupid AI that happens because people get caught up on the ring steps is really frustrating. Skye Blue now up on top. Can she reach from here? Oh, she's going to wait for Billie Starkz to get up to her feet first before going for the dive. Lovely takedown. Giulia Hart now taking Billie Starkz up with the backdrop. Both ladies just drop into the outside. They just need to finish her. There can't be much left in the locker of Billie Starkz in a 2-on-1 situation like this. And it's the standing sliced bread by Giulia Hart in with a pin. That should be enough. Nope. Skye Blue breaks it up. His game is so... yeah. Skye Blue then locks in the submission. Will Billie Starkz have to tap? I feel like she's going to have to tap. It's 2-on-1. You're just delaying the inevitable if you don't at this point. And now Giulia going to lock in the submission as well. And this time Billie Starkz does tap out. Giulia Hart and Skye Blue pick up the victory against the team of Athena and Billie Starkz, who lose once again. Move down to a -3. That puts them 1 off of the bottom of the tag team rankings. That's really affecting Athena's singles rankings as well, because obviously she keeps having these opportunities and it keeps going pear-shaped for her. But that does move the Triangle of Madness up to 3rd in the tag team rankings now, behind Decay. That'd be an interesting match. Giulia and Skye Blue versus Rosemary and Jessica Havoc. We could definitely do that at some point. Into the singles rankings then. Giulia Hart, with that victory, moves up to a -1 in the singles rankings. Skye Blue, with that victory, moves up to a 0 in the women's rankings. Athena, with that loss, moves down to a -2. Billie Starkz moves down to a -1. It was Tam Nakano. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Tam Nakano moves down to a -1 after 9 matches. Mina Shirakawa moves down to a -1 after 13 matches. And I believe Olympia and Hera need to be added on. So I'll do that now and move them both down to a -1. Nope, that's the wrong button. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Olympia. Hera. There we go, perfect. 2 new ladies on the ranking system. I always love adding new people. I mean, this late into the game, adding new people 4 or 5 years in, just shows that we continue to utilize as many different people as we possibly can. Right, let's move on. And here we go then, tag team action. The team of Kenta Kobashi and Mitsuharu Misawa, who did team together a few times, I'm pretty sure. That's why I'm using them here, I believe. Even though Misawa and Kobashi were also the best of enemies, had some fantastic matches between the pair of them. They did also tag a few times. They had a significant tag team partnership in the 90s in All Japan Pro Wrestling, most notably part of the foursome known as the Four Heavenly Bodies. And they were involved in the AJPW tag team scene, even winning the tag team championships multiple times in famous matches against rivals like the Holy Demon Army, which is another tag team we have used in the past as well. But it's also a great chance to showcase these 2 very talented workers who are doing okay in our ranking system, but I do think should be a hell of a lot higher. I mean, Kenta Kobashi, fresh off of losing to John Moxley yesterday in an underground match, currently sits on +1 after 20 matches, which is much lower than he should ever be, to be honest. He should be right up there as one of the top. Mitsuharu Misawa is up there, though. He is currently in 37th position on +9 after 15 matches, and a great opportunity here to get himself into double figures. And the reason why these guys are not necessarily doing as well as you would hope is because they generally always end up, and this happens a lot in the Universe mode obviously, because I'm trying to pick the best matches that we can watch, which means that the best always end up against the best, and you don't get that normal weekly TV to build up the stats like you normally would do in real wrestling. It is something, oh my god, I got suplex off the side of the ring there by Scott Steiner on Misawa. Yeah, we don't often get those sort of things. It is something I'm looking at doing is just a week of just basically going through what the ranking system is and just pitting people on the same points against the same points just to try and move people around. But that's something for another time because we've got so much booked already. I mean, I've already got the next 6 weeks booked, which is mad when you think about it, isn't it, really? But there you go. We've got 2 weeks of this. We've got 2 weeks of When Worlds Collide, then 2 weeks of WWF versus WCW versus ECW. Scott Steiner now sending Misawa into the corner and going after Kenta Kobashi. Misawa went for the jumping clothesline. Scott Steiner avoided him. Steiner now taking Misawa up and dropping him. Before now just slamming the back of his head into the mat. And the Steiners in firm control of this match. The Steiners, the most effective tag team we have, more or less, at this point. They are up to 5th in the rankings at the moment. No, they're not. I'm looking at the wrong one. They are up to 7th in the rankings at the moment. +1 this year. Been very, very strong so far. A win here would move up to +8, which would put them 4th in the tag team rankings, ahead of the likes of the House of Black and Demolition. And also the Steiners. That's what confused me a moment ago. We do have Rick Steiner and Bron Breakker in the tag team division as well as a very strong tag team. Of course, they won our very first father and son tag team championship tournament, which is why they are so high in the tag team rankings. Rick Steiner with a knee right in the face of Misawa. Rick now going after Kenta Kobashi in the corner. Kobashi fighting back. And remember, this is a Tornado team... I can't even talk today. This is a Tornado tag team match, which means that there's no disqualification. Not because anything I did, just because of the way the game works. And I can't turn it off either. Kenta Kobashi now taking Rick Steiner up. Rick Steiner able to fall out of the back and chop away at the back of the knee of Kenta Kobashi. Kobashi sent over the top. Rick Steiner fighting back. And it's not the last time we'll see the likes of Kobashi and Misawa. I believe we have Misawa booked in a match next week against CM Punk, and also a match against Ultimo Guerrero, so 2 big chances for him. Kenta Kobashi, I think, does also have more. He has a match against Perro Aguayo Sr. next week as well, so big opportunities to prove what these guys can do. Rick Steiner now in with a running bulldog, taking down Misawa, dropping into the pin for the one. Only a 1 count. Oh, I feel like I want to give Kenta Kobashi another match, though, to be honest. But, no, we've got too many. There's too many matches ongoing already. Scott Steiner with a dive onto Kenta Kobashi. Misawa, lovely suplex. Misawa now catches Scott Steiner with a boot right across the chest. Misawa now sending Scott Steiner into the corner. Has a hold of the steel chair right into the face. Kenta Kobashi now half and half suplex on Rick Steiner as well. We haven't used Muta though. Muta is somebody who I want to use, but the problem is I always do the Great Muta versus Sting, and it just feels like it's just... we've just done it too many times. Rick Steiner now with Kobashi up on the shoulders, in with that running Death Valley driver. Scott Steiner now in with a belly to belly. Is this the Great Muta? I'm just thinking if I can use him in One Worlds Collide. Great Muta, Kenji Muto. Pinned now by Rick Steiner on Kenta Kobashi. Scott taking down Misawa. It's just... yeah. No. The Great Muta never did work in AAA. Did he work in WWF? Nope. WWE? Okay, he's part of the Hall of Fame, we know. Okay, you know what? No, that's not right, no. I was going to say, he wrestled Shinsuke Nakamura in Pro Wrestling Noah. Okay. Great Muta never did work for WWE or AAA. And I'm assuming, oh, you know what? No. I think there's a chance here that he did do something. I remember seeing the Great Muta in TNA. The Great Muta did wrestle in TNA, I'm sure, because he came over and did a joint thing with TNA when he opened his own company. There we go. In 2013, Muta founded W1 Wrestling Company, made special appearances in American promotion TNA. There we go, we've got it. We've got a tenuous link, we can use that, we'll stick with that. Misawa now around the back, in with a suplex on Rick Steiner once again. There's the pin attempt. Scott's going to be able to get across and break that up. Lovely dropkick there by Scott Steiner. I say this every single time, but it still shocks me that Scott Steiner, this version, is the same Scott Steiner that we saw in like the early 2000s. It's mad to think it's the same guy. Scott now taking Kobashi up. Oh my god, Steiner screwdriver onto a steel chair. Tiger suplex there by Misawa, and there's the pin. I think Misawa stopped Scott Steiner going for the pin on Kobashi. Scott Steiner now with a power slam. Scott taking Misawa above his head and drops him face first. But Scott now stalking the ground, and Misawa, there's a boot into the spine. Drops the elbow to the heart. Rick Steiner now with a pin on Kenta. They've fucking done it again. These fucking Steiner brothers, they won't stop winning. God's sake. They will not stop bloody winning matches. Okay. I think we're going to have to throw them back into the Tag Team Championship picture. Up to 4th in the rankings now, plus 8 after 13 matches. The team of Misawa and Kenta Kobashi, with that loss, moved down to a plus 1 after 4 matches. Into the singles division, Misawa now with 2 losses this year. 1 singles loss and 1 tag team loss, moves down to a plus 8. Kenta Kobashi with 2 losses this year moves down to a 0 after 21 matches. But the Steiner brothers continue to do what they do. Rick Steiner moves up to a plus 10 and Scott Steiner up to a plus 9. I don't know how they're doing it. I really don't. I really don't know how they're bloody doing it, but there you go. The Steiner brothers then are victorious against Kenta Kobashi and Mitsuharu Misawa. It's just... I'm trying to put these guys over as much as I can, and it just does not seem to work. It does not seem to work for me at all. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. I'm planning a tag team tournament, and I feel like the Steiner brothers have got to be involved in that now. They've got to be, haven't they? Right, let's move on. And here we go then, the SWE World Women's Championship is on the line as Giulia will defend against Io Skye. Did I leave myself some notes? I did not leave myself. I did, okay. Okay. So this comes off the back of what we did last week when Io Skye and Kairi Sane, the women's tag team champions, defeated the team of Giulia and Syuri. And in that match, it was Io Skye that put Giulia through a table to win the match and retain the women's tag team championships. No, it wasn't. It was supposed to be a women's tag team championship match, and I forgot that they were no longer the champions. That's what I did, I remember now. Either way, Io Skye put Giulia through a table. And now that has led to Io getting a one-on-one match against Giulia for the Women's Championship. I know what you're thinking. This is a really weird match to have at Forbidden Door. But both these ladies did wrestle extensively for Stardom in their history, hence why they both qualified. It's a tenuous link and I'm sticking to it. The bell goes and we are underway. Io Skye versus Giulia. Giulia had the belt for quite some time now, most recently defended it at Evolution, where she defeated Awesome Kong, which was a big match. Giulia now in with the headlock on Io Skye. This is our second of 3 championship matches tonight. We still have the last one, the main event, of course, Malachi Black, or Aleister Black, whatever you want to call him these days, going up against Bryan Danielson for the SWE Heavyweight Championship. Also, after this match, we'll have War Games as the Death Riders take on the Bullet Club War Dogs. And also, we have a triple threat hard-hitting multi-man match as Tomohiro Ishii, Katsuyori Shibata, and Minoru Suzuki will all clash in what is going to be an absolute brute force of a match, that one. Giulia now around the back of Io Skye. Skye rolls her through into the headlock. And a good bit of ground and pound wrestling here, which probably suits Giulia a little bit better than it does Io Skye, because Io Skye much more of a high flyer. Io Skye now trying to break free, and again, Giulia just keeping Skye grounded, I think is the best thing to do. Io Skye pops back up to her feet here with a lovely handstand. And like I said, showcasing her ability. And Giulia, though, again, Giulia is much more designed for this style of wrestling than Io Skye is. Was not expecting this much mat-based proper wrestling from these two, I must admit. Giulia, I mean, you go up to the top there, Giulia, but you are an absolute country mile away. But she hits it. Beautiful elbow drop. Giulia sending Skye off the ropes. Skye fighting back. Skye sending Giulia off the ropes. In with the flapjack. And Skye now looking to try and utilize the ropes to her advantage. Like I said, she's more of the high flyer in this match. And springs up in with a beautiful drop kick. Skye now stamping on the hand of Giulia. Skye now spinning heel kick into the gut as a strike in the face of Giulia. Around the back she goes, up into the backdrop. Skye pops up onto the top rope. What is she thinking about here? She's thinking moonsault? She does hit the moonsault very early in the match, but there is the pin attempt for the 1, the 2. Oh, only a 2 count, but it is bloody close here to a brand new SWE Women's World Champion. Skye looking for that running meteor. Giulia back up on her feet, rolls Skye over. Skye fighting back with a strike in the gut and a big, oh look at that palm strike right into the face. Giulia once again fighting Skye away. Both ladies back up to their feet. Skye once again went for the up palm. Giulia went for the headbutt. Both of them missed. And now it's Skye who has Giulia in the corner. Giulia fighting back with the elbow in the face. There's the boot into the gut. And now going to take Skye up and drops her down into a brainbuster. Hooks the legs in with a pin for the 1, the 2. Only a 2 count. But it's getting closer there. Giulia now bringing Skye back up to a standing base. Into a lovely package there again. Almost like a brainbuster again. Skye's back up though again with that massive palm strike uppercut. And Giulia is down. Goes to the pin. It's only a 1 count though. Skye now with a drop kick right into the spine of Giulia. Willing her back up to her feet. Giulia just pushing Skye away before sending her into the ropes and catch her with a big headbutt. And Giulia now, big forearm strike knocking Skye flat out. Giulia backs away towards the corner. Skye slowly pulls herself up. Giulia was waiting, poised, in with a splash in the corner. And now lovely suplex from the corner as well. And Giulia, up into a pump handle. That, I think, is her finisher, isn't it? I have no idea, but it was pretty damn cool, whatever it was. Oh, it's only a 2 count. I'm sure that's Giulia's finisher, you know. I need to learn what these things are called, don't I, really? Skye now on the outside once again. Springs up into the dropkick, decking Giulia. There's the knee right into the spine there by Skye. Takedown as well. Skye is definitely showcasing great ability here, in full control of this match. Pops up onto the top. Is she thinking for a moonsault once again? If she does, we might have a brand new women's champion. There is the moonsault. There is the pin for the 1, the 2. Oh, it's only a 2. How on earth is that not enough for the full 3 count? Giulia now runs in, looking for the splash. Skye fighting back. Skye with a back elbow. Skye now wrenching back at the arm of Giulia, using the ropes to her advantage. Springs Giulia off the far side, ducks underneath. Lovely dropkick right into the knee as well. Be interested to see when we do when Worlds Collide next week. Obviously, both of these ladies, not next week, the week after, but both of these ladies can obviously be involved as part of that. Be interested to see who would really be able to step up, whether it's going to end up being another WWE lady or whether... I don't know what the AAA female roster looks like at this point in time, to be honest. I mean, we've got people like Lady Flammer, Lady Shani, some interesting ones. Looking down towards NXT, we've got the likes of Sol Ruka. We've got, obviously, Jordan Grace. Stephanie McClure could be a good shout. Then looking over towards TNA. At this point in time, I don't think the TNA women's roster is anywhere near what it has been in the past. Another moonsault by Io Sky. That's the third moonsault of the match. Will it be enough to secure the freak out? It is! 2 title matches tonight and 2 brand new champions. Io Sky has picked up the victory in this match and become the brand new SWE Women's Champion, the 15th ever Women's Champion. Is that her first reign? It is indeed the first time she has become the champion here, and she fully deserved it. It was a fantastic performance. Giulia dominated the early part of the match and really dominated the way that the match was going, dominated the style it was being wrestled in. But as time went on, Io Sky was able to use her agility to really take control. Defeated Giulia at Forbidden Door. There we go. So the championship screen is updated. Giulia, who has had a fantastic year so far. I spelled Giulia wrong. Giulia. She was up to 19th in the ranking system, +4 overall. Actually, she's not having a great year, to be honest. She was currently -1 for the year. She's now -2 for the year, +3 overall. So a little bit of a free fall for her. Whereas Io Sky is now elevating herself up with that victory. That's +4 for the year, +6 overall now. So starting to elevate herself up. She's up to 18th in the rankings, which is also joint 15th with Awesome Kong, Taya Valkyrie, and Jessica Havoc. Well, there we go. Brand new champion again. So 2 championship matches tonight. 2 brand new champions, Sammy Guevara and Io Sky. Which both work out for our next pay-per-view, of course, for When Worlds Collide. Because Sammy Guevara worked a little bit of AAA in his early career. Obviously, Io Sky worked NXT and WWE, so she currently holds the championship, ready to go straight in there as well. It's looking good so far. Definitely looking good. Let's move on. This game is so freaking broken. It's done it. I don't know why I moan about it, because it does it every single time. It doesn't put the people in the match in the order that you put them in. One team works fine, the other team never seems to work. It frustrates the life out of me, it really does. It doesn't matter. The teams are going to be the wrong way around, but that's fine. So we have got Robbie X, who I still can't believe that... It just hit me the other day. Robbie X was one of those guys that myself and PJ Tovey used to watch in the UK scene. He was never at the upper echelons. When me and PJ Tovey were going, it was all about Zack Sabre Jr. It was Prince Devitt still, or Finn Balor on the independent scene as well. You had the likes of Tyler Bate was getting good. Pete Dunne was doing pretty well as well. Trent Seven was knocking around. Tommy End at the time, or Malachi or Aleister Black as he is now. They were the ones that are really at the top. Robbie X was knocking around. He was a decent guy. He was a young lad. But now to see him work in New Japan just still shocks me somewhat, to be honest. But here he is. Here he bloody is. Doing what he does. I'm just thinking, actually, somebody who I also don't think I've used that I did see the other day. Have I used him? No, I haven't. I'm going to put another match in. I know. Shut up. I know I'm doing it. We haven't used Ninja Mac. And I'm sure Ninja Mac is now working a lot of New Japan, isn't he? So he would count towards this. And I feel like we need to take advantage of using him while we can. Oh, he's AAA as well. He worked AAA. Worked Ring of Honor. Has he not? I thought he was working... Oh, he's pro wrestling Noah. Okay. I'll take it all back then. I thought he was part of the Best of the Super Juniors this year. Because I'm sure there's a match between Ninja Mac and Robbie X. Am I wrong? Ninja Mac, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Am I completely wrong? Well, there's the clip I'm on about. Ninja Mac versus Robbie X, but... yeah. I'm sure Ninja Mac is working New Japan. Let's have a look on Cage Match. That's always the best way. So Pac is now into the match as well. I wasn't paying attention. I do apologise. Ninja Mac... matches... Yep, New Japan, Best of Super Juniors. Okay. And he's worked CMLL as well. He's been working New Japan for a long time. It just doesn't say on his Wikipedia page. Okay. We'll try and squeeze Ninja Mac into a match as well then, just because I feel like it makes sense to have him knocking around. We're about to balance the numbers up then. So what was supposed to happen was the Death Riders were supposed to start with Wheeler Yuta at number 1, then Claudio, then Pac, then finish off with Moxley. And obviously that's not happened. The Bullet Club War Dogs team has worked correct Robbie X to start things off, and in now comes Clark Connors. Lovely German suplex by Pac, put in Robbie X through the table. In comes Clark Connors now. Who does Ninja Mac wrestle, though? Maybe another triple threat is in need. I tell you what, there's a couple of guys I haven't used. From CMLL as well that I wanted to use. Maybe Templario. A Ninja versus a Templar. There we go. Let's get proper Warrior-esque about it. Is there another one? Is there a Samurai? Samurai del Sol. Oh, hello. Ninja versus Templar versus Samurai. This is getting good now. Okay, I think we've got it. We've got the idea now. It's a stupid idea, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Ninja Mac versus Templario versus Samurai del Sol. There we go. We've ended up with an extra match. We're done. Right, then we're going to get the entrance now, I'm guessing, of Claudio Castagnoli if this is asked backwards. It is indeed Claudio coming in. And I feel like, obviously, the Death Riders have got to be the favourites for this match, you would imagine. I mean, the Bullet Club War Dogs are very good young up-and-comers. But that's about it at this point in time, isn't it, really? Rake to the eyes there by Clark Connors, round the back of Pac. Going to spring him off the ropes. And Clark Connors accidentally went after Claudio there. Now Claudio's going to get some back. Claudio does have a couple of matches coming up. He is going to be part of a big one on tomorrow, actually. Claudio's going to go one-on-one with Shibata in an underground match. I might have to move that match, though, because I do have the Casino Gauntlet match to crown the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and I feel like Claudio's going to be part of that now, so I might switch that match around with another one. But it'll still happen this week either way. Pac now with a sledgehammer into Robbie X. And Claudio, nice takedown. A bit of an interesting match, this one, of course, because Gabe Kidd is technically part of both of these stables now. Looks like he is now going to be a permanent member of the AEW roster, which I quite like. He's got his uses. He's an interesting competitor, to say the least. As Pac lovely sits out powerbomb on Robbie X. As now comes David Finlay. Lovely red arrow or black arrow there by Pac. Taking down Robbie X. David Finlay looking to enter the match and even up the numbers. Claudio now with the big elbows into the chest of Clark Connors. So 2 guys left in the cage now then, Wheeler Yuta and Gabe Kidd. I believe Gabe Kidd is the leader of this group, isn't he? The Bullet Club War Dogs. Do they have a leader? I feel like Gabe Kidd is the main one. Nice suplex there by Pac on David Finlay. The numbers are evened out again now then. Finlay now taking down Mox, then dropping his body weight across the chest. This is Finley's, well, to go through it then, Clark Connors' third ever match for us. David Finley's second match. Robbie X's debut for us. And Gabe Kidd, I don't think we've used him much either, have we? Gabe Kidd has had 5 matches so far, all in 2024. And he currently sits on -3, so he's not in the best of times either, is he, really? As we await then the entrance of Wheeler Yuta. That will give the Death Riders the slight numbers advantage again for a short period of time until Gabe Kidd comes in and the match officially begins. Finlay now went after Moxley. Moxley caught him. Here comes Wheeler Yuta. Not into the ring yet. Going to bring in some toys first. First of all, a stop sign, then a table. Now a kendo stick as well. And Wheeler Yuta is in the ring. Nice brain buster there by Robbie X. And look at Wheeler Yuta descending the stop sign right between the eyes of Robbie X. Standing shooting star attempt there by Pac. Finlay got the knees up, avoiding it. And look at the deadlift strength here by Claudio Castagnoli, just picking Finlay up and dropping him flat on his face. Pac now taking Robbie X up on the shoulders and drops him with a loose-ish F5 before locking in the submission hold. Of course, doesn't matter at this point in time. The match doesn't officially begin until Gabe Kidd enters the ring. He's making his way down now to do so. I mean, there was a tap out, but again, it doesn't matter until Gabe Kidd officially enters the ring. You'll hear the bell ring when that does happen. Gabe Kidd going to bring a steel chair into the mix. Is that all? No, he wants some more toys. Don't blame him. This is the last chance to bring some fun into the ring. It's going to be a trash can. Over the top it goes. And that's enough for Gabe Kidd. The toys are in the ring. Everyone's in the ring. The bell goes. We are officially underway. Next pinfall or submission will be the victor in this one. And at the moment, the Death Riders are in firm control. Wheeler Yuta now with a double arm suplex on Robbie X. Big double arm suplex as well there by Clark Connors on Moxley. Connors then takes out Claudio Castagnoli. I mean, it's 8 men and they're all crowded in one ring, which is a little bit annoying. Hopefully they'll push them back out into the other side. Pac now taking Gabe Kidd up into that big sit-out powerbomb. Moxley now taking up Finlay with the pile driver. Running knee attempt by Wheeler Yuta avoided. Moxley very smartly rolling through on Finlay, I believe that is. No, it's Clark Connors. In with a choke, and that's enough for the victory. Moxley and the Death Riders pick it up. And it's not good for Gabe Kidd. He continues his losing streak down to a -4 after 6 matches now for him. Clark Connors, with that loss, moves down to a -3 after 3 matches. 3 matches, 3 loss then. We've got David Finlay. With that loss, he moves down to a 0 after 2 matches. Robbie X on his debut then moves down to a -1 after 1 match. Wheeler Yuta with that victory moves up to a +1 after 8 matches. Pac, after that win, moves up to a +1 after 28 matches. Claudio with that victory, oh my god, he was desperate for that, moves up to a -3 after 36 matches. And finally, Jon Moxley having a pretty damn good year. Of course, won that match against Kenta Kobashi yesterday, winning this one as well. That moves him up to a +7 after 45 matches, +5 solely from this year, which is now going to move Moxley up into 59th position, which is also joint 51st position with the likes of Rey Fenix, Nigel McGuinness, Ace Romero, who's still knocking around, Prince Puma, Jackie Numazawa, Prince Puma. That's someone we need to use next week as well. That'd be good, that, yeah. Let me put him on the list so I don't forget to use him. Prince Puma. Prince Puma. Right, we move on. Here we go. This is going to be an absolute beast fest, this one. We've got Shibata, Suzuki, and Ishii. Ishii currently sat on +3 after 7 matches. I thought we'd have more of him, to be honest. Shibata currently sitting on -3 after 8 matches, so not good for him either then, really, is it? And Minoru Suzuki currently sit on +12 after 15, so Suzuki's had a great time. Shibata is struggling, and Ishii sort of sits somewhere in the middle, so it'd be interesting who does come out on top of this one. I mean, if Suzuki was to win this, he would move up and be, I mean, he's already in the top 20, but he'd move up and be pretty damn close to be 1 point off of the top 15. So this would be a huge match for Suzuki, and you sort of feel like he deserves to be involved in one of the championship pictures moving forward. I mean, do we have more matches for Suzuki planned in next week? I believe we do. We just have a... Okay. So this is only singles match left of the week. He's got a trios... No, he's not. Yeah. He's got a 6-man tag match coming up at the next pay-per-view. Suzuki Gun will take on LIJ. So Minoru Suzuki, Lance Archer, and Zack Sabre Jr. take on Dragon Lee, Andrade, and Rush. So it could be another big opportunity for him to pick up some more points. I mean, this could go any way, this match. All 3 of these are absolute stunners. Absolute beasts. And I expect this to be a real hard-hitting match. And if we get... Well, someone just not being knocked out, I suppose, would be a bonus. Nah, it'd be a bonus if they do get knocked out, I suppose, wouldn't it, really? Nice jawbreaker there by Shibata. Ishii grabs a hold of him, drags him across towards the corner. Suzuki now around the back of Ishii, who I think has also got another match this week coming up solo-wise. I'm sure I've got him in a match. Yes, against Samoa Joe. Wow, okay. He'll also be part of another match also involving Samoa Joe. And we'll have Will Hobbs, Samoa Joe, and Shibata going up against Okada, Ishii, and Goto. That is the current Ops going up against Chaos Strong Style. So that should be a pretty good match as well. And then, like I said, Shibata will be facing off against Claudio Castagnoli this week. I think that's all of Shibata, is it? Yep. Yep. So Shibata would have had 3 matches then. He would have had this match. Oh no, Shibata's part of that bloody Ops match as well, isn't he? Of course he is. So big chances then for all these guys to pick up some points. Ishii with a boot right into the spine of Minoru Suzuki. It's great to see Shibata back in the ring, isn't it? After what looked to be his retirement years ago when he... didn't he headbutt somebody and crack his own skull? It was something like that, wasn't it? Ishii now with the elbow right in the gut and a big headbutt as well. Oh, Ishii just launching the baseball bat right towards Shibata. Shibata didn't even move, to be honest. Shibata now with a boot into the head. Taking Suzuki up onto the shoulders. And dropping Suzuki face first across the top rope. Shibata now sending... Oh, Ishii off the ropes. Ishii fought back with a boot right into the back of the leg. Ishii now with the headlock, and then look at that strike right in the face, dropping Shibata. Suzuki now comes in with the steel chair. Ishii with a stiff headbutt. Like I said, someone's getting knocked out in this match. And the steel chair right across the back by Suzuki, then right across the chest of Shibata as well. Suzuki drops into the pin on Shibata, who has been busted open. But Ishii was there to break up another big headbutt. Ishii now looking to stamp on the arm of Shibata. And really just stamping on the open hand as well. Suzuki round the back. Headbutt into the back of the neck. That looked painful. Brings Ishii back up to a standing base. And now Suzuki going to take him up into that Gotch-style pile driver onto the baseball bat as well. And Shibata went to flatten Suzuki. But Suzuki ducked it, sending Shibata off the ropes and into the sleeper hold. This could be enough to secure the victory here. Ishii is flat out. Suzuki has it locked in on Shibata. Ishii slowly stirring now. He's going to get back up, but Suzuki saw it coming, released the hold on Shibata to now go after Ishii. Dropping him face first across that top turnbuckle. Drops into the pin for the one. Only a 1 count. Big boot into the spine by Suzuki, bringing Ishii back up to a standing base and went for the dive over the top, but Ishii moved out of the way. And Ishii with a crucifix bomb on Suzuki. Shibata sends him off the ropes, big knee into the gut as well. Nice trip there by Shibata on Ishii, now willing him back up to his feet. Rolls him through. Off the ropes. Big PK right across the chest. There's the pin. Ishii might not get there in time, you know. Oh, God. I don't think he would have got there in time. Big German suplex, though, onto the chair. And the Stone Pitbull now is feeling it. Has the steel chair right across the back of Shibata and launches it at Suzuki as well. Oh, the Stone Pitbull. What a man. There's the knee into the back of the leg of Shibata. So, you know. Ishii now taking him up. In with a big vertical suplex. Let him think about it. And oh, look at Shibata with a baseball bat right across the chest of Suzuki. Shibata went for the dropkick. Ishii slapped him out the way and runs through with the clothesline. Nice roll through there. Suzuki rolling up Ishii, not enough. Shibata right between the eye. No, that was Ishii right between the eyes of Suzuki. And now Ishii dropping the baseball bat right across the gut of Shibata. There's the pin. Suzuki's out on the outside. Shibata's flower in the ring. This could be enough for the... No, it's not. Shibata now bringing Ishii... I can't even talk anymore. Ishii bringing Shibata in the hard way. Suzuki has the sledgehammer now. Ishii saw it coming, grabs a hold of him. Suzuki fighting back. Shibata now has the baseball bat right between the eyes of Suzuki and swung it at Ishii. Ishii fighting back across the gut of Shibata, then right across the spine as well. Wow. Shibata managed to throw the baseball bat. Sorry. Ishii managed to throw the baseball bat. It hit the top rope and bounced back into the face of Suzuki. Ishii now up on the top rope. Went for the drop kick. Suzuki slapped him out the way. Stiff clothesline there by Ishii. Stalking Suzuki, but Shibata's back in the ring now as well. Ishii now reverse DDT. And a crucifix bomb once again on Suzuki. He's going to roll him over for the pin. Will it be enough? Shibata's down and out. This could be the chance. Oh my god, only a 2 count. It's been one of my favourite matches we've done so far, you know. I'm really enjoying this between these 3 absolute beasts. I mean, this is what the Underground Championship should be about, guys like this. And it's unfortunate we are about to go into When Worlds Collide, because I really would like one of these guys to face off against Rezar, to be honest, but there's always the future. We'll find something. Ishii now with a pin on Suzuki. Shibata was able to break it up just about in time. Shibata now bringing Ishii back up. There's a stiff forearm into the face. Shibata now looking to lock in that submission hold. The figure 4 leg lock on Suzuki, but Ishii was there to break it up. Doesn't want to lose the match that way. There's the elbows in the gut by Ishii on Shibata. Now gets around the back of him. Off the ropes. The Stone Pitbull ducks underneath before. Went for the headbutt. Shibata saw it coming. Rolled him out of the way in. Now with the snapmare into the PK. Suzuki with the tackle taking down Shibata as well. This is brutal, this one. And now locking in. The octopus stretch. His entire body is off the ground, but Shibata able to break it free. Suzuki now with Suzuki. Shibata now with Suzuki over the shoulders. In with the Death Valley driver neck break combination. Locking in the submission, but Ishii is there to break it up once again. Clubbing blow into the back. Ishii now taking him up. In with the vertical suplex. Oh, there's the big headbutt by Ishii as well. Shibata could be down and out. Suzuki's out cold. This could be Ishii's chance to win the match. No, it's only a 2. There's the boot in the spine. Shibata now with a boot in the gut, taking Suzuki up. Gonna drop him face first in the corner in my most disliked move on this entire game. The move that I've never ever seen used in real life. Shibata, big basement dropkick, then got a kendo stick across the face by Shibata, who once again is going to go for the pin. This could be enough. It should be enough. Will it be enough? It's not enough. Nice roll through there by Suzuki on Ishii. Shibata's out. It's only a 1 count. Suzuki now looking to roll over. No, locking in that submission hold once again on Shibata, but Ishii is there to break it up. There's the chop across the chest, and Ishii tried to steal the pin, but Suzuki's there. Strike in the back. Off the ropes. Slap in the face there by Suzuki, sending Ishii off the ropes. Into the sleeper hold. Shibata should be there to break this up. Where's Shibata gone? Shibata is there to break it up. Yep. Just about. I thought he'd missed it then, you know. Shibata now. There's a GTS by Shibata on Ishii. But Suzuki's going to be there to break it up. Suzuki now with the chops, the slaps, the chops, the claps, a little bit of everything there. Taking him up on the shoulders, in with a Death Valley driver sit out. Ishii back up, sending Suzuki face first into the mat. Ishii is now feeling it. Suzuki, ooh, big elbow into the leg. And now Suzuki taking Ishii up. Stone Pitbull down with the Gotch style power driver. There's the pin. Shibata is down and out on the outside. Is he going to come round in time? He's not, and Suzuki does get the win. Wow, Suzuki is on a run here. Okay. So he gets 3 points for winning this, remember. 1 point for the victory and 2 points for beating multiple opponents at once. That moves him up to a plus 15, which does actually keep him in the same position, but he's now joint with Lance Archer and Samoa Joe, which is a cracking triple threat as well when we get the chance. But on the other side, I mean, the other two guys were much more desperate this victory than Suzuki was. Shibata now drops down to a -4 after 9 matches. And Ishii is going to be dropping down to a +2 after 8 matches. So not as bad for him, but Shibata really, really, really needs some work. He needs a lot of bloody help, doesn't he, bless him? I'm sure we'll get there. So still one more big match for you here this evening. That is going to be the championship match. Of course, Malachi, Alistair, whatever black you want to call him, is going up against Bryan Danielson. There it was, the big gotch-style power drive. You see Shibata really rocked on the outside. He came round just in time to see the 3 count happen, but he wasn't able to get across and break it up. And there it is, Minoru Suzuki, got to be, in my opinion, the #1 contender for Razor's Underground Championship. I'm just wondering whether we should do it. I don't think we should. I think we should definitely keep it in mind. But I think potentially Razor defending that championship at When Worlds Collide. But then again, is there somebody better than Suzuki to go for it? That's the question. Who in WWE goes for that championship? Or should it be stuck with Suzuki? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. That's the easy way out. I'll leave it to you guys. And here we go then, the SWE World Heavyweight Championship is on the line as Malachi Black, Alistair Black, whatever you want to call him, is going up against Bryan Danielson, who of course won a he won a Fatal 4-Way elimination match on Monday, or Tuesday actually, to gain this opportunity. He faced off against Okada, Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson. Let me start this again. Bryan Danielson won a #1 contendership match on Tuesday to earn this match. He defeated Okada, Omega, and Zack Sabre Jr. in a Fatal 4-Way elimination match. Those were the 4 AEW / Ring of Honor / New Japan / CMLL guys at the highest in the rankings at the time. Hence why he was given the opportunity, and now he's got the opportunity to turn it into something even better and win his first ever championship in SWE. He currently sits 8th in the rankings, Bryan Danielson, on +20 after 52 matches, whereas Malachi Black currently sits in 10th with +18 after 64 matches. Malachi Black is actually the most used person ever in our universe mode. I mean, Hogan's catched him up pretty quickly because we're giving him so many matches. But hey-ho. So the bell goes then, we are underway in this championship match. Of course, Malachi Black won the belt from Okada back at our Mayhem pay-per-view only last week or the week before. Yeah, last week it was, wasn't it? So this is his first championship defense. And it's up against one of the best of all time, if not the greatest of all time, in Bryan Danielson. And of course, the best thing about this, no matter who wins this, they sort of fit into our When Worlds Collide pay-per-view next week anyway, when you think about it. Both of these guys worked extensively in WWE. Malachi Black, of course, worked a lot of NXT as well. Danielson sending Malachi off the ropes, jumps over the top. Lovely takedown there, and Malachi now rolling up Danielson for the one. Only a 1 count. Malachi now, lovely hip toss, taking Branson. I can't even talk. It's been too long of a show, this one. Taking Danielson down. I mean, I don't know what it's like once I've edited it, but I'm at about an hour and 40 minutes at the moment just in the show, and I've still got to record all of tomorrow's videos as well. It's going to be a long old day for me. A long old freaking day. Malachi now up on the top rope. That's nice, the middle rope, isn't it? But we'll let me off. He waited a very long time, though. Did manage to come out on top, though, with the double axe handle. Bringing Danielson up. Big knee strike into the face. Danielson flops like a sack of spuds before Malachi is still working over with the knee. Big knee strike there by Danielson. Malachi sending Danielson off the ropes. Over the top. And in. Oh, over the top. There's the pin. I can't see it been enough to get the victory, but you might as well go for it because as you are in that position, it does cost energy for your opponent to kick out. So you might as well just cover them over and just sap away more energy. You don't expect to win at that point in time. There was a knee attack there by Malachi. Avoided. I mean, this one is pretty even match, to be honest. I think I increased Malachi Black's skill on this game up to... Well, he's rated 91, which I'm not sure if I did that, if that's how he comes on the game. I might drop him down a bit. I think he probably should sit more an 87, 88, I think. He's an upper mid-card, maybe not necessarily a main eventer at this point in his career. Lovely suplex from the... I can't even talk, though. Where am I getting suplex from? It was a freaking moonsault. I need a rest. Too many matches. Who booked all this stuff? Matches a day this week. Well, it's me, I know, but who? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you be such an idiot to book 5 matches a day? I don't know. Danielson now looking to rotate on the knee of Malachi Black. Clever maneuver. Does some good damage. Danielson now sending Malachi Black into the corner. Went to boot him right across the chest, but Malachi got the elbow up. Danielson fought back as well with the elbow. Sending Malachi into the corner. Dragon screw from the corner now, locking in a submission on the knee. Smart maneuver taking out the legs of Malachi Black, which obviously Malachi's biggest offensive weapon is his legs. So taking out the legs is a very smart thing to do. And now going to have the triangle chokehold as well. But Black utilised his core strength just to pick Danielson up off the ground and drop him in that short powerbomb. Malachi sending Danielson off. Oh! Made it run right into that fade to black. What a brutal version of the fade to black. I've never seen anyone run into it like that. But that wasn't enough to keep Danielson down. Makes you wonder what is going to be enough. Maybe a second one will do the trick. Wow. Bryan Danielson has been destroyed. No. He's kicked out of a second one. How? How on earth has he kicked out of a second one? And a big... Oh my god, Danielson's screwed. Danielson is absolutely screwed here, surely. Surely. No, what on earth? I mean, Danielson is well known for his resilience, but this is mad. Was not expecting to survive 2 fade to blacks and the big double foot stomp from the top. How on earth is Danielson still moving? He gets caught with a moonsault from the top once again. Danielson slowly brings himself back up to a standing base. There's an overhand and a drop kick right into the chest. I don't know what that was there by Malachi or Alistair. It wasn't effective no matter what it was. Spinning forearm attack there by Bryan Danielson. Boot into the gut as well. Look at this. Just kicks into the side of the head of Malachi Black. Danielson just walking him down. The pair of them going at it now. Referee is up to a 4 count. The last we want here is a count-out victory for either of these two. Look at that kick in the side of the head there by Malachi on Danielson. Referee's up to a 5 count. Hopefully Malachi is going to bring Danielson round, which he does. And back into the ring. Nice. Of course, champion's advantage does mean that a count-out victory remains with Malachi as the champion, no matter who gets the count-out victory. Running knee strike attempted from the corner, avoided by Danielson, and the running knee, the Bushido knee right into the side of the head of Malachi. Doesn't go for the pin, he backs away once again, and hits it again. The knee strike in the face by Danielson for the 1, the 2, oh! Oh shit, it's raining. Oh shit, it's raining. So my washing's outside. Cattle mutilation locked in by Bryan Danielson. Not enough to get the tap-out victory, but Danielson once again, I thought he was figuring another Bushido knee, then backed away into the corner. Sending him off the ropes. He did it again! Oh my word. Oh, he's kicked out again. Oh my, what is going on? We've seen 3 Bushido knees. We've seen 2 fade to blacks. And we've seen multiple false finishes. How on earth is this match still going? Danielson now taking Malachi up. In with the suplex from the top. Malachi now with a boot into the gut and rolling up Danielson with a cheeky one. I mean, if this is the way the match finishes, it's going to be a bit of a letdown, isn't it, really? But after all the action we've seen so far, Malachi brings Danielson back up and out of nowhere, middle of the ring, fade to black, and surely this time Malachi retains. He does indeed. What a match. What a match that was. Bryan Danielson drops down to a +3 for the year now, +19 overall. And Malachi Black with that victory is had a fantastic year so far. He's +6 this year, +19 overall, and retains the SWE World Championship. Wow. Let's do defended versus Danielson at Forbidden Door 25. There we go. Wow. What a match. The last 2 matches of the pay-per-view have been absolutely outstanding. Been very impressed by the pair of them. Huge wins then by both Minoru Suzuki and Malachi Black. Alistair Black, whatever you want to call him. I'm still stuck with the AEW term. Big double foot stomp. It was 3 fade to blacks. The big double foot stomp. There was 3 Bushido knees. It was just such an amazing match overall, but this was the one that finished it off. Boom. Malachi Black with that spinning kick. And there was the pin for the victory. There he is. Your winner and still SWE World Heavyweight Champion, Malachi Black. And we'll have to try and figure out an interesting match then for him at When Worlds Collide. I mean, if we did the same thing and just did #1 contendership using the people that are highest rated, I mean, effectively, I mean, if we're looking for the whole lifespan of WWE, AAA or TNA, your top 4 would be Bret Hart, Brock Lesnar, Batista, and Seth Rollins. But I'm not sure if that's really what I want to do with it. We'll have to have a look, to be honest. Maybe we do 1 from each. 1 from AAA, 1 from WWE, 1 from TNA. Maybe, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, how we figure out who's going to be the #1 contender for the SWE Championship at When Worlds Collide. Maybe do a Battle Royal. Who knows? Anyway, that is the end of part 1. Don't forget, we've still got another Forbidden Door pay-per-view next weekend. This is part 1 of our Forbidden Door pay-per-view 2-week special. We've got another week of amazing content coming up, including 5 matches a day, every day. Stupid Monday to Saturday. I don't know why I'm doing it, to be honest, but also on Sunday we'll have 3 more matches before hitting the second of the pay-per-views. 3 more championship matches will be happening there. Aja Kong will be defending her Women's Hardcore Championship against a female who wins the 4-way qualifier on Saturday. The Women's YouTube Championship also on the line as Mercedes Moné will defend against either Stephanie Vaquer, Megan Bayne or Mayu Iwatani. And of course, Will Ospreay will be defending his Intercontinental Championship against the winner of a Casino Gauntlet match we're going to do tomorrow. Anyway, I'm going to love you, leave you, good night, God bless, I'll be the same. Please do like and subscribe with the good stuff, and I will see you again tomorrow for 5 matches that I've not completely confirmed as of yet, but they're going to be great no matter what, so enjoy it.